Bless. Good afternoon, TGM Radio, K.L.C. Showcase. Brother Sniper, Father German, Mad, and myself. We here with the beautiful Empress Cherisse. We just went over a couple of her songs, 3 to be exact. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Let the listeners know about that project, because I was actually impressed with every last song that I heard played.
Thank you.
While I was sitting here waiting, I was definitely rocking. Okay.
Thank you.
Once again, the beautiful Empress Cherisse in the house.
Greetings.
I'll let you introduce yourself for the listeners.
Hi, I'm Empress Cherisse. It's just a blessing to be here. You know, just give thanks to Father German. You know, 90s modern. It's such a blessing to meet with the eye. Sniper movements, rough song. You know.
Bless, give thanks.
Yes, sir. And herbalist. You know, just meeting a lot of Idaho people. So it's a blessing to be here.
Bless, definitely. Before we get into the formal introduction of you as an artist, tell us a little bit about that last track we just heard. What was the name of that song?
That song is going by the name of Irates.
Irates.
Yes.
Okay, and explain the meaning behind the song, the meaning behind the name of the song for our listeners.
Okay. Irates, I wrote Irates a few years before. I was just like going through life, you know, and just through the struggle, I just always held on to a certain energy. Try to hold on to a positive energy. So Irates is like just being in a higher heights. Like I was just in the heavens, and I'm just saying, like, it was just so powerful, and I felt it so strong. Like I was just floating, you know.
It was
within
a positive.
the Irates.
It was
yes.
a positive space.
I was
obviously,
just, yeah, floating.
You shared it with the world.
Yes, I did.
Before that track, we also heard Love and Honor and Warrior Princess to start off.
Yeah.
All 3 of those tracks were produced by Arif Anwar.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And they all appear on the project Serenity.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to get into that project in a little bit, because we got a little bit more music off of that project for the listeners to hear.
Yes.
But in the meantime, let's get to know you as an artist. When did you actually start your singing career?
My professional singing career started like in 2004.
Okay. Obviously, with the voice being that powerful, you were singing before a professional career. So
yes,
we want to get to the start of it.
Okay, so I started singing when I was in primary school back in Trinidad. You know, Girls RC, Arima Girls RC. I was always in a school choir. Always had my music teachers, you know.
K.L.C. Showcase, big up all the Trinidadians on the check-in.
Yes, so I was about 5 years old, and I remember one time I was sitting in front of the TV and I was singing a song from Natalie Cole, right? And my mother heard me and she's like, wait, Cherisse singing that song, you know? And my sisters were sitting next to me. And from there, she realized that I had something. So she always put me in school choirs and yeah, and my auntie told her, listen, don't let that child throw that away. Let her make use of it. So I was always in a choir. I always did solos in school competitions, all through high school. And then after that, everything just somehow came to a halt. I left Trinidad like in 1988, came to America, went to school, had my family, and just everything was just on pause for a few years. Until I moved to Hartford, Connecticut, like maybe in 2003. And due to it being such a different vibe out there, the pace is slower, there's more nature out there, more peaceful time, you know, it just feels like the days are longer. you have more time to be creative. And at the time I was exposed to turntables, you know, brethren and sister coming over to the house, vibing and, you know, to rhythms and so on. I was like, I don't think I could ever do that. And the sister and I told me, she was like, you know, you could do whatever you want. And I was like, I don't know if I could write a song, you know, to sing to a rhythm. She was like, just write how you feel and then just try to put it to the rhythm. I was like, all right, I'll try. So I just put like certain feelings and stuff and I just started vibes in, and then, you know, certain people's like, yo, sister can really sing. And I had a competition in the West Indian Club in Hartford, Connecticut. It was just like a little Sunday evening reggae vibes, and we had a competition. And I won the competition, and the winning prize was to have an opening performance for Capleton.
Okay.
And that's where it started.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I have a couple of questions. One, earlier you mentioned to the listeners that you wrote the song Irate. And again, you made mention of your friends pushing you to put pen to paper. The project Serenity, is it entirely written by you?
Yes.
Okay, so not only are you a singer, you're also a songwriter.
Yes.
Okay. Have you delved into writing songs for other people as well?
No, I haven't gone there.
Okay. Well, with the strength of the music, I definitely see that on the horizon for you.
Yes, that sounds great. Positive. Okay.
Now, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at you. It's obvious that you live a Rastafarian lifestyle.
Yes.
Was that in your upbringing, or did you learn that as an adult and began your career in the Rastafarian lifestyle?
It definitely was not a part of my upbringing.
Yeah, because I noticed you said you were singing Natalie Cole and
exactly.
Exactly.
School choirs, church choirs.
Okay.
So when I was about back in 1990, 95, I started becoming aware of the Rastafari movement.
Okay.
And even before that, you know, back home in Trinidad, I grew up around a lot of Rastafarians and always loved the way of life.
Okay.
I just loved the way they look and the way they, you know, wear their hair, and I was just always fascinated. And when I was about 20, you know, I just started seeing the whole vibe, like, you know, that is a place where I need to be. And I remember I went to an Ayabengi gathering, and when I got there, I was like, okay, I'm home. That's it.
Okay.
So that's where it all started.
Okay. So back to you in Hartford, Connecticut. You winning the competition.
Yeah.
Your prize was to open up for Capleton.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to meet the artist that night when you opened up for him?
I actually didn't get to meet him. No.
Oh, okay. What was that experience like, regardless?
It was a blessing. I mean, I was just so excited, and I just I didn't even have like any rhythms or anything yet. I used to sing to some midnight rhythms that they had.
Okay.
What was the name of it? I forgot the name of the album, but it's just like an album of just rhythms, and I just started using those rhythms, and that's where I came out. That's where I wrote Queen Amiga.
Okay.
Right, so Queen Amiga was written before Serenity even came out, but I just used to use random rhythms, and Irate was one as well.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'll be honest with you. I'm really excited to hear more of your music.
Oh, thank you.
Sniper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip the list because we're talking about Queen Omega right now. Let's play that one for the listeners to hear, getting a little groove again.
Yeah.
Song entitled
Thank you.
Queen Omega.
Powerful.
Empress Cherisse. Go check that out on iTunes now. Project entitled Serenity.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about that song. Powerful. What is your range as a singer?
I'm soprano.
Okay. It definitely comes across.
Yes.
It definitely comes across. Powerful voice. So tell us a little bit more about that song, powerful song.
Queen Amiga. Okay. Queen Amiga is about women, sistren, just like in this day and age, we have to know where we stand. We have to know our place. Not to say that, you know, that is, you know, that's why I said, you know, tell me who was Queen Amiga, who control woman rule and power, because, you know, some women want to do what a man's job is. Not that we are not capable of doing whatever, you know, we set out to do, but we have a place, and it's just as respected as what a man could, you know, what a man is, like in a household, let's say for example, we have man and woman, right? And, you know, it's like the man is the head of the household, but that doesn't make us any less. Our place in society, in the household, is like, it's just as respected and it's just as powerful. So that song is just about, you know, tell me who is Queen Amiga, who control woman rule in power, since when woman are the mother and father. You know, why it is that we have so many women just raising their children by themselves. It's a balance. Life is about a balance. You know? So it shouldn't just be like we have to be, you know, we have to be like men. We don't have to be like men. We could hold our femininity and still be powerful. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what that song is about.
Okay. Touching back again, your first opening act was with K.L.C.S, one of the greater performers in the reggae genre.
Yes.
So getting to open up for such an energetic performer for your first act, was it anything you took away from that night watching K.L.C perform that you said, moving forward, I'm gonna add that?
You know, K.L.C was always one of my favorite artists, that's for sure. But I never felt like, you know, looking at his performance, I never felt like I needed to really, you know, be like him in any way. The most I would say would, you know, I love his energy. I love his fire. But then with my genre of music now, it's like, it's a different kind of fire. Mine is the more cool and, you know, mellow type of vibe,
Cool
and just, yeah, just breezy, and just, that's my vibe.
Okay, so what artist would you say inspired you early on in your career?
I would definitely say, I'm gonna start with the songs that I would sing would be Marcia Griffith, Judy Moore, you know, like voices, like, you know, that the singing voices.
Okay.
One of my favorite from Marcia Griffith was There's a land that I have heard about, so far across the sea. Boy, when I hear that like my paws just used to raise on my skin, and I was like, I could sing that. I like all different genres of music, so which means it was Whitney Houston, I can't even remember some of the names, but you know, singing voices.
What I do notice, exactly as you said, because I noticed the names that you're calling.
Yes.
It's all powerful singers.
Yes.
So that's a beautiful thing, to be inspired by those voices.
Celine Dion? Celine Dion?
Definitely Celine Dion. You know, that girl, she could sing.
It says a lot about you as an artist.
Yes, thank you.
To aspire.
Yes.
To those voices, to be inspired by those voices. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
You continue the string of opening performances, what other artists did you open up for?
I had an opening performance for Beanie Man. That was also in Hartford, Connecticut. That was an experience.
Okay, how did that come about, being that Beanie Man is considered the king of dancehall?
Yes, my lord.
And you deem your style cool and relaxed, cool and deadly.
Yes.
So how did that come to the mix? How did you end up on the same stage as Beanie Man?
Listen, I don't even remember how I ended up on that stage doing the opening performance, but that was the first time ever that I was booed so much.
Oh, wow.
Because it was like a dance / show, and it was more like a passa type of vibe.
Exactly.
And let me tell you, when I got on that stage, they booed the crap out of me.
Okay.
Because I came out with, I don't even remember what I was singing, but I just kept on singing. And you know, the most beautiful thing was, Beanie Man, he was like, listen, sister, and go on and go sing your thing. You hear me? Don't study them, just do your thing. And I was like, yeah, all right, give thanks.
It's beautiful. Two things. One, for artists to actually admit that experience.
Yes.
And two, your reaction from the experience. You seem like you learned from the experience and made you stronger.
Definitely.
Okay, moving forward from that, how did you rebound from that performance?
Well, my feelings was a little hurt, of course, but that didn't bother me. I just kept on, you know, I just kept on doing my thing.
Did it take you a while before you got back onto that stage?
No, sir.
Okay,
no, sir. Right after that, I used to do like fundraisers. They used to have like culture fashion shows. There was a sister by the name of Sister Marcia. She would always have these yearly events, these annual events, like really beautiful fashion shows and stuff. I'm sure she still has them. And I had the opportunity to perform, and I just kept on going. But you know, that did not deter me, because I just had an idea of how the business went, and I had like I had my focus set, so that didn't stop me.
You also touched the stage with Sister Nancy.
Oh yes, that was in New York City. I lived in Connecticut for about 3-4 years, and then I moved back to New York. So here I am in New York. Nobody knows about Empress Cherisse, and I just started bubbling in New York. Like I got introduced to Empress Cherisse by a family member of mine. He's like, I need to introduce you to somebody. And I met Sister Cherisse, and she didn't take me seriously at first, and she got one of my CDs, and then we linked up after that, and she's like, Empress, you have to come and perform at one of my little gigs, you know. And from there, I just started bubbling in Manhattan. Mostly in Manhattan, like, you know, clubs on a Tuesday night. I performed at the Shrine. I did a couple of gigs well, and that was probably like 6 years ago.
Okay.
And then after that, everything just went on pause again.
Okay. In this time frame, you also worked on and released the album Serenity. This was 2007, the album?
Yes, that was my debut album, my first.
Okay.
Serenity.
And you worked entirely on that project with Arif Anwar?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay. How did that partnership come about?
That partnership came about, that all happened in Hartford as well. We got introduced to each other by a brethren by the name of Sonny at the time, through King David, a brethren, you know, that a Bobo brethren that had his culture store, and you know, they all used to be hanging there. They would come over to the house and hold a vibe with the music and stuff, and then they heard my voice. The brethren by the name of Sonny, he's from St. Thomas. So he heard my voice and he's like, listen, I gotta introduce you to this brethren. He has some really nice rhythms, and you know, he just looking for someone that could voice some tunes on these rhythms. So the brethren, Arif Anwar, he's coming out of St. Croix actually. And
Virgin Islands again.
Virgin Islands, yes. And he sent the rhythm, he sent one rhythm actually, which was Love and Honor, right? That was the first project, the first song on that project. He just sent the rhythm. So the brethren now, Sonny came and he was like, look, sister and the brethren, send this rhythm for the INO, so just listen to it. So I listened to it and I was like, all right, give me a few. I went inside, wrote down the lyrics. It just happened so fast. And like within an hour, we had a complete song to fit the rhythm perfectly. And like, I couldn't believe it, they couldn't believe it. And that was how Love and Honor came about. That was the first, that's my baby.
Okay, so you guys definitely came together. Once again, he worked on the entire project with you.
Yes.
Project entitled Serenity on iTunes, Amazon, all major digital platforms. Now, you can go out and get that. What we're going to do right now is we're going to let the listeners get in tune with that project a little bit more. Sniper.
Yeah.
Give me a couple off of them. Give me 2 off of them so the listeners can really get in tune with this project. Once again, entitled Serenity, available now on iTunes. Yes, like you said, song entitled Serenity off of the project Serenity, available now on iTunes, Amazon, all digital, major digital platforms. Since we're talking about it now, social media, it's a big thing now. Are you on social media platforms? Can the fans, can producers reach out to you on any of these platforms? For example, Facebook.
Right now, I'm currently on Facebook.
Okay.
You can find me under Empress Cherisse.
Okay.
Right? Cherisse Morris. I have 2 pages. I have a music page and then I have another, but it's all music. So you can find me.
Okay. Your music is also on YouTube, but what I notice is a lot of fans tend to make collages and montages with your songs on YouTube. So they're inspired by your music, so they gather up a bunch of pictures and they're posting your videos. How is that, seeing fans taking the time out to do things like that with your music?
You know, it's such an honor. I feel so blessed. I never thought that, you know, my music would, you know, would affect people to that point that they would want to create, you know, off of the lyrics and the tunes and stuff. So I feel honored.
Okay, well, we here at King Lion Caribbean Showcase, we're big on these social media platforms. We encourage artists to do it.
Yes.
So once again, there's also Twitter, there's also IG, where you can open yourself up more to some of these fans.
Yes.
The music is beautiful. SoundCloud is also available. Just more platforms for the fans to reach out and hear your music. And go to iTunes, go to Amazon, pick up the project.
Yes.
Once again, Serenity. Okay, currently, who are you working with now?
I'm currently working on a project with Bobo Rams.
Friend of the room?
Yes.
Okay. When you say you're working on a project with him, I know Rems personally. Once again, he's a friend to the room, very busy individual.
Yes.
Wearing a lot of hats. What is that project you're working on now with Bobo?
The name of the rhythm is Streets of Glory. And the rhythm was introduced to me by Father German. Alright, give thanks. Yeah. And he sent it to me via email, and I heard it, and it was one of those vibes like Love and Honor. As soon as I heard it, I just started putting some lyrics down. I had a tune in my head from a couple years back that I never forgot, and like certain, the tune that I had from years before, the melody that I had in my head, certain lyrics that I was just playing around with from time to time, never forgot it, put it together, and just I put in there like the current events that are taking place in my life. So it just came together beautifully.
Okay.
Yes.
We got an exclusive. We got an exclusive. We actually got the song that you're working on currently.
Yes. Awesome.
Pre-release. We're not ready to play this yet.
No.
There's something we usually do. If you haven't caught one of our shows before, there comes a point in time in the show where we allow the artists to perform live for our listeners.
All right.
And this is that time.
Okay.
All right. Empress Cherisse, she's going to give us something. TGM Radio, King Lion Caribbean Showcase. You going to do this a cappella or we got a rhythm? All right. Sniper, you got a rhythm?
Yes, I.
Squeeze.
Chant some judgment songs and make it sweeter. Smoke up your chalice, bubble in your bubbler, steam up in your steamer. Chant some judgment songs and make it sweeter.
K.L.C.S and Japanese by means Empress Cherisse. Yes, I.
Give thanks.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that also on the Serenity Project?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm in love with every last one of the songs that I heard tonight.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Once again, if you want to reach out to Empress Cherisse, she's on Facebook.
Yes.
Empress Cherisse.
Yes.
Project entitled Serenity, available online now.
Yes.
Okay. You recently performed at Left Field in the City.
Yes, I did.
Okay. How was that experience before we tune out?
It was so nice because it was just the first time in such a long time. And it was just, I just took it as an opportunity to exhale.
Okay. Father German, he's all over. He got these events going on.
Yes.
Don't forget to check them out. As a matter of fact, we got the One Drop Mondays. It's returned, new venue.
Yeah, Treehouse BK.
Treehouse BK.
But this Sunday, Empress Cherisse is performing inside Friends and Lovers.
Friends and Lovers.
Yeah, that's this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Monday is a holiday.
Monday is a holiday.
90s Manny will be in the building.
We'll be here. We'll be here.
Yes, sir.
But next Sunday.
Yeah, this coming Sunday.
The 17th.
Yes,
17th,
the 17th.
Of January. I'm going to be performing at Friends and Lovers.
Right, Friends and Lovers.
And it's located on
Classen, between Dean and Pacific.
Between Dean and Pacific. So I'm
Okay.
going to be there on Sunday.
What you could also do is you could check out the K.L.C.S Caribbean Showcase page on Facebook. We keep you up to date with all these events. Check us out on YouTube. This interview will be soon up if you want to hear it again. I know somebody might want to hear that grabber tune again.
Yep.
Check that out, coming up soon. Lots of past interviews up there. That's K.L.C.S Caribbean Showcase on YouTube. Once again, TGM Radio, K.L.C.S Caribbean Showcase. The beautiful Empress Cherisse, it was definitely a pleasure.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Is anybody you want to say, give a shout out to before we tune out tonight?
I would love to give a shout out to Father German, just give thanks, you know, for the blessings. Zion Rose, can't forget Zion Rose.
I believe she's in Trinidad, so safe travels, big up Zion Rose.
To and from, right? You know, once again, Sniper Movements, just love the song.
Bless.
You know, 90s Madden is such a blessing to meet with the eye and to have this interview, it was blessed. And I just want to send out a huge shout out to all the people that have, you know, fallen in love with my vibe. And
before we tune out, we're going to leave you with exclusive. This one produced by Bobo Rems.
yes.
Introduce the tune for us.
This tune is Conscious Feeling, Hail Him. Empress Cherisse, Bobo Rams.
Sniper Movements.